What's up? Ow. Oh, shit. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the first episode of CineMitch. I am your host, Infinite Clip, or Mitch. Just call me Mitch for the video, I guess. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Beauty and the Beast movie, which was excellent, but we will get more to that later. We will go to that later, talk about it in more detail. We will talk about that a little more later, so be our guest and enjoy this review. Did I go too far for that? I feel like I went a bit too far for that. Hammering the Beauty and the Beast reference. I'll shut up now. So, yesterday, I saw Beauty and the Beast, and Jesus Christ, it was good. Amazing, actually. I know some people might disagree with me, but, just hear me out a little bit. I'm ready for a mob led by Gaston to come and kill me, because I possibly liked it more than the original. That's terrible of me to say, but I mean, it's kind of true, and we're gonna find out why I feel that way. First, let's start off with the negatives about the movie. Just because I have so many good things to say about it.
Tale as old as time.
So, let's take care of the elephant in the room. Emma Watson's singing. That was... It was no Paige O'Hara, I'm gonna be honest, it really wasn't. Was it bad? No, but it was obviously auto-tuned, which I had a huge problem with, because I felt like, not that Emma Watson was a bad actor, we'll get to that later, but I felt it was, if they had to get someone to sing, they should have got someone who could actually sing, instead of the crappy auto-tune that was Emma Watson's voice. Ewan McGregor as Lumiere. I have nothing against Ewan McGregor. I loved him as Obi-Wan in Star Wars. And he was good as far as the acting aspect goes, but I hated his French voice. His French accent. The difference between... I'll probably find some clips and edit this in, I don't know. But the difference between Lumiere in the animated movie and in the animated movie, Lumiere was, his voice worked because it sounded more real, despite it being, really, oh, sacre bleu, she is the one to break the spell, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but it just sounded more natural coming from him, there's more expression and stuff. Meanwhile, Ewan McGregor's sounded very forced, very, it just didn't sound good at all, could she be the one to break this? No. No. Not at all.
She's not a prisoner. She's our guest. We must make her feel welcome here.
But did you see her stand up to him? I am telling you, this girl is the one. They must fall in love if we are to be human again. And how can they fall in love if she stays in her room?
The CGI, not with the Beast, believe it or not. Mrs. Potts and Chip, Lumiere was okay, I guess. Cogsworth was okay. But my main problems were with Mrs. Potts and Chip. They were, Chip was pretty awkward, to be honest with you. Just looking at it was weird, the creepy, weird face. And Mrs. Potts, I feel the way they did her was very stiff, as opposed to, in the animated movie, you had her bouncing around and stuff, and, it looked normal. You had Angela Lansbury, and, I guess it was more expressive, I suppose. And in this one, for example, when they sang "Be Our Guest," you've got colorful background and stuff, and Mrs. Potts was, bouncing around, oh, Angela Lansbury. And in this one, Emma Thompson's Mrs. Potts is just kind of sitting around, and it just made it really awkward to watch, really. not to say Emma Watson, Emma Thompson. Not to say that Emma Thompson was bad. We'll get more on that after. But it just made it incredibly awkward. Something I didn't like was that the relationship with her dad kind of went nowhere, I guess. Like, they did a subplot with Belle's mom, which I thought was really endearing. I liked it. I liked to watch it. I didn't like to watch it. It was pretty tragic. But it made me feel, which was great. And then she explained how she knows... She's explained to her dad, to Maurice, that she knows about what happened. And it's like, okay, that's a good moment. And then at the end, they do... And I know, spoiler territory, so if you don't want to hear this, then don't stop watching. Or skip ahead, I don't know. But they do this weird thing at the end where he's sitting there painting, because I guess he's an artist in this version more than an inventor. And, like, he's painting and then he looks at Mrs. Potts, but they do a thing at the end which is pretty beautiful, actually, where some of the people in the castle had their own citizens, like, had people in the village who were, like, a part of their lives. Like, Mrs. Potts had a husband, Cogsworth had a wife and all that, and they just kind of forgot who they were, which was, like, it was really nice to watch. I liked that ending. But they did a thing where, like, Miss Potts just looked at Maurice and shared some weird moment, and then he just went back to painting. We didn't really get a lot of closure with him, which is, like, I don't know why they didn't do something beautiful at the end with Maurice and Belle, but, like, whatever. Because Mrs. Potts just went back to her husband, and I'm like, was that supposed to go somewhere? It didn't. It really didn't. But, I mean... yeah, like, there were some stuff that really kind of went nowhere, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Gaston's death scene was, in my opinion, I always thought Gaston was definitely more of a villain you didn't want to see die. He did do a lot of douchey stuff, but, like, he seems like a lovable guy at first, and yeah, he was like a complete ass, but, like, you just don't want to see him die. It's kind of like Captain Hook. You don't want to see him die, because he's funny. Like, if I could take a villain and give them a death scene, it would be like the guy from Pocahontas or something like that, who I'd want to see die. Not Gaston, really, but, like, whatever. The death in the animated movie was a lot more grand. He hopped up behind the beast, stabbed him, then lost his balance, and, like, ah! And then had, like, the skulls in his eyes and shit, which was pretty fucking dark, actually. This one, he shot at Beast from afar with a pistol, and then the ground beneath him broke, or not the ground beneath him, the pillar or whatever the fuck he was standing on the castle broke, and then he just kind of fell. That was a bit weak for a character that I don't want to see die, but dies anyways. Like, that's pretty... fuck. That's pretty fucking sucks. I don't want to wear them. Shit. It's definitely, like, it was definitely pretty weak. Also, Luke Evans as Gaston, I like that, but I'll get more on that later. He did do a good Gaston, which really made me not want to see him die. And I know that's how it is, but, like, I mean, whatever. It's, like, whatever. Like, what are you gonna do? I didn't like that. A lot of these are minor nitpicks, though. Something I did kind of hate was the really obvious jokes. There were a few of them. Well, I can't think of any of them as an example, because I really want to see it again, but I can't think of any of them as an example. One I definitely know about was during the song Gaston, where they were spelling out Gaston's name, and then Josh Gad was just like, I think there's another thing, I'm illiterate, so I'm not even sure what they... Like, okay, we get it, you're not as smart as everyone else, no one was in that village, you're illiterate, it's, like... Don't gotta hammer that in. There were other jokes that were hammered in. I just can't remember what they were. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. Let's go on with the stuff that I loved about the movie.
True as it can be.
The movie was fucking awesome. I want to talk about the casting first. Let's talk about the casting. I want to get songs as an entirely different section. Visuals were beautiful. Casting was great. Emma Watson, despite the singing, was genuine. She was great to watch. Josh Gad and Luke Evans were great choices. I thought they were great. They were just great fun to watch. Josh Gad did have some funny jokes, too. Luke Evans was really dashing, and he was great. I kind of liked him a bit more than the original Gaston, also, because they're both pretty good, but, I mean, I kind of like seeing him more, like, not as overly big and manly and stuff like that, and just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm a douche. I'm, still pretty, like, strong and shit, but, you know, I'm not, like, you know what I mean. He did do an amazing job being a huge asshole. Kevin Kline was in the movie, which I thought was pretty cool. It's kind of funny, actually. Actually, I don't even know what I was going to say. I think Kevin Kline played Phoebus in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Disney, make that a live-action movie as well. I want to see that. But he played a good Maurice. What else was there? Emma Thompson was great. She's no Angela Lansbury. I think you never really beat Angela Lansbury, but her voice was nice. It was real, so that was good. Ian fucking McKellen. He was great. He was a great Cogsworth. He was funny, and just all around enjoyable to watch. Ewan McGregor, once again, despite the phony French accent, he was a good Lumiere. I did enjoy him. Can't remember for the life of me who the hell played Chip, but he was okay, I guess. Didn't really hate him. Didn't really like him, I guess. But I mean, he was okay. Really an irrelevant character, but I don't want to talk about that. Dan Stevens, who played the Beast. Good God. Something I really liked about this Beast was that his voice was amazing, too. Like, they had some original songs, which I'll talk about later. But he was a great actor. He was very genuine. The CGI wasn't too bad. But, you know, he was really great. His performance was good. I'm trying to think of anyone else. They had some other characters who were there, but I mean, whatever, it's not a big deal. A lot of plot holes were filled up. I'll let you guys discover this yourselves, but one plot hole that was there was, actually, you know what, I'll talk about the plot hole later. Something that did happen was that everyone was like, oh, the prince was like only 13 or something when the spell was cast upon them. That was fixed a little bit. They kind of made it a bit more modern. And they solved how people forgot about the castle. I guess it's a bit of a, not really a plot hole, but just something, I don't know. I'm going to continue. Anyhow, the whole thing about how nobody ever noticed the castle, and nobody forgot everybody, they fixed that with the Enchantress thing. Like, they made everyone forget about it. They made the castle, like, hard to find, stuff like invisible to most people, unless they straight up wander in by accident. Which, like, okay. And that was just one of the plot holes. There's many other that were filled in. Like many in the original that was filled in. The gay moment in the movie, that was... It was nothing, really, to be honest with you. I don't want to spoil it. Josh Gad did play a gay LeFou, which was great. And I loved it, honestly. It was definitely, like, I don't know how to explain it, really. He just danced with the guy. That was about it. Which isn't a bad thing. Like, he played a very morally correct, like, he played a morally acceptable LeFou, and, like, he wasn't a villain. He was actually a good guy. And I liked that. I liked that twist, because I liked Josh Gad's LeFou. I wanted to see him have, like, and, yeah, there was more communication and stuff, I guess, with it. He was more of, like, not like a mindless lackey. He was actually good to watch. And he got a good ending at the end, which I thought was really nice. But the gay moment was not really that big of a deal. Like, you could obviously tell he was gay. Yeah, but there were some subtle jokes, which was pretty good. And I liked it. It was just fun to watch. The development between Belle and the Beast, or Adam, whatever the fuck you want to call him, was great. It was believable. It was loving. I felt like my heart was genuinely warm when I watched it. It was just great to watch. Once again, very believable. I know I'm just repeating myself, but, like, it was just so great. And also something I liked what they did with the Beast was that they didn't make him, like, I don't want to say he was illiterate in the animated movie, but, like, like, yeah, I guess illiterate would be the word. He couldn't read, and in this one, he was royalty, so they said he had the proper education and stuff like that. And like, there was a lot more in common between the two, between Belle and the Beast, and like, they both knew how to read and stuff, and like, they were just smart together, which was really fun to watch. A fun Easter egg that they did was, have you ever seen the sequel, the Christmas sequel of Beauty and the Beast? Don't. It's a waste of time, except for Tim Curry. He is amazing. But they got, like, a harpsichord or something like that. And I think it had the same name as Tim Curry's giant organ thing in the Christmas movie, which I thought that was pretty cool how they threw that in there. I can't quite remember what it was. I think it was Stanley Tucci, actually, who played the harpsichord dude, but it was, like, I think that was just a fun nod, because, I mean, that was really the only good thing about the Beauty and the Beast, the Christmas movie. So, yeah, I should have fucking took notes. That would be a fucking smart idea, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. So I guess if I have anything else to say, I'll edit that in later, but, for now, let's talk about the songs.
Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly.
So, the songs are great. The original songs, there were original songs in there. They weren't too bad. I can't say Evermore was pretty good. That was one of the original songs. Can't say the other ones are that memorable, to be honest with you. But I guess, like, they were still good when you heard them. The song that Belle sings at the beginning, or around the beginning, like, I want adventure in the great... Yeah, that one. Can't say I liked it very much, just because Emma Watson's auto-tune voice. Once again, can't say I like that. Despite my complaints about Be Our Guest, I really liked their version a lot more than the animated one. I thought it was more bouncy, it was fun. They actually had Cogsworth sing some lines, which I thought was pretty good. Gaston, the song, God, that was one of my favorites. It was bouncy, it was fun. There were new lyrics. Luke Evans and Josh Gad were great singers. The Mob song, I actually fucking got shivers down my spine, because it was pretty intense, I won't lie, but it was great. Just all in all great. The song at the beginning, like the one was like, bonjour, 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 bonjour. It was done pretty well. It was fun to watch, like all the people singing around, like getting to kind of view the people in the town. It was great. It was good. I'm trying to think of what other songs there were. Right, of course the big one, Beauty and the Beast. Emma Thompson is no Angela Lansbury. She sings amazingly, don't get me wrong. That's what I wanted to say. They both of those ladies played Miss Lovett in like a musical adaptation of Sweeney Todd. Musical adaptation. It's a musical in different adaptations of Sweeney Todd. Is that what the word is? Different adaptation. Adaptation. Anyways, Emma Thompson did sing it well, and I got warm-hearted like how I did in the animated movie. And it's hard to tell which one I liked more, because Angela Lansbury's voice is nice, and it's more like genuine to hear when you just want to like cry when you hear her voice. Emma Thompson's was okay, I guess. Nothing to really brag about. Dan Stevens had a great voice, which was great. I liked hearing him sing. If only they could have gotten someone who could actually sing, as far as Emma Watson goes, then it would be great. But I mean, they didn't, so that kind of sucks. So yeah. Final thoughts.
Both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast.
So, all in all, I loved it. I can understand why people wouldn't, because, I mean, like, Emma Watson was definitely a problem. Or, not Emma Watson herself, but her singing was good. I don't know if I mentioned that her acting was great. Her acting was great, the singing wasn't. But, I mean, like, it was still wonderful to watch. It was bigger than the animated one, which was amazing, filled with a lot of plot holes. I'd say it'd be worth the money, honestly. I kind of want to get it on DVD once that comes out. I want to watch it again, to be honest with you. It was genuinely a beautiful movie to watch. I really loved it. Would I recommend it? Did I say that? Fuck, god damn it. I would recommend it, yes. I'd give it like 4 to 4.5 out of 5 stars. Just cause it was entertaining to watch. I had fun while I was watching it. I laughed. I almost cried, to be honest with you. There were many beautiful moments in it. So, like, I mean, if you want to see a fun adaptation, especially after the disappointment of Cinderella, I would definitely recommend watching Beauty and the Beast. I think it's really fun, and you know what? Let me hear your opinions about it. Do you think it was better than the original? Do you think otherwise? Just, explain to me. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on it. It is definitely controversial because I loved the animated movie for so long, and seeing this one makes me kind of like, oh... Okay, now I feel very conflicted with myself. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me for the first episode of CineMitch. More to come later on. I didn't hurt my finger snapping this time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye. Fuck.
Certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.